what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome everybody to the Challenger Racing League here at the Full Frontal Sprint Car Series. Want to welcome everybody back to Evolution Racing Network right here. My name is Ryan Ezell, and after a couple of weeks off due to some prior engagements, I am thrilled to be back and bringing you all the action from flag to flag right here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Let's get right into it, folks, as practice is just about to finish up. And we will be bringing you the very first section of tonight will be the Mata Family U.S. Military Quick Qualifier Award. So they will all get 5 minutes to go out and lay down the best lap they can, which we are now going to join them and go take a look at some of the laps that they are putting together. This will set them up for where they start in their heats. So let's get right to it. Qualifying is about to begin. We're going to throw up all the graphics for you. And let's see who is first to take the track. All right, we've got a couple of drivers here. Looks like these guys are starting with Harold Watkins in the 22. Getting out there, not afraid to be one of the first guys out there. Now, one thing you got to understand about these cars, they're extremely high horsepower and very low weight ratio, meaning they're extremely difficult to drive. You put them on these little 3rd to 5th to half-mile tracks, and they're almost uncontrollable. So the amount of patience and the amount of situational awareness is unbelievable. Nola Potter goes to the top of the board already. Mr. Quick Qualifier himself. You know, this Quick Qualifier Award brought to you by the Mata Family U.S. Military is all about setting yourself up for the heat races. We shall see here shortly, folks. Let's see. Oh, got a newcomer, Andrew Bugus. I'm just going to say Andrew because I'm going to screw that name up. To the top of the board, Brian Fine joining us tonight from the RSR Cup Series coming over. Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., see if he can put together a better night tonight. See how he places. So far, he's sitting 7th. See if he can better that on his second lap. Looks like he will up to 5th. James Catrone. Let's take a look at the 38 of James Catrone. Let's throw up some info here so you know exactly who you're looking at. James Catrone from the Northeast, from Maine, putting down 6th though. Jumps him up to 3rd with a 17:39. Great run for James Catrone. Swing over to Chad Biesinger from Cloud, Michigan. Looks like he will get slated with the 7th starting spot. Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. came out, made one lap, didn't like it, went back to the pits, made some adjustments. So far in ninth, and let's see where this will put him coming to the line. You just see how much horsepower and torque, and how it does not take much to get these cars sideways. You see coming out of two there, he gets it a little bit loose, has to let out of the throttle, come through, and will he better his position any? Does not look like he will. 18:22 is going to be Bob's best time. And so far we have got 11 drivers tonight slated to take the field. Bob's getting a few extra practice laps. At this point, he's just trying to get as familiar with this track as he can. Well, why he's doing that, let's go take a look at it. Let's watch what it is like to drive around this track. You hear that throttle control. So much has to be done to be able to get through each one of these corners, because you don't see a lot of banking there. You got to be so careful not to allow the car to slide all the way up into the wall either. So there's a delicate balance these drivers are going to have to do tonight here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. We only have one driver, Rusty Modesty, in the number 6, that has not taken time. Looks like Kevin Dowd is out on the track now. Let's go take a look at him in the 98. Let's see, currently 10th. You see him get a little loose there coming across the line. 18:36 for Kevin Dowd. Bob Fitzpatrick still out there clicking off some laps. We got about 45 seconds left here in practice, or excuse me, in the quick qualifier. Again, your qualifying order for tonight for the Mata Family U.S. Military Quick Qualifier Award. This is all about setting you up for the heats. We will then go to heat races after this. As Bob, you see, taking a couple little spins right there. But these guys are going to do heat races that are going to be pretty quick. They're going to be 8 minutes, 10 laps. They'll be, 8 laps or 12 minutes. All will advance to the feature, and that is what we are going to take a look at. But right now, it looks like Andrew is going to be our Mata Family U.S. Military Quick Qualifier of the night. Let's see if we can't get a quick word with him. Andrew, this is Ryan up at the ERM booth. You got a copy? Well, folks, I don't know that we'll be having an opportunity to talk with our quick qualifier of the night. Having some technical difficulties on his end. But what we are is in to heat number 1, presented to you by Potter County Diggers. Check them out over on YouTube. Potter County Diggers, unearthing Northeast Pennsylvania's piece of Americana, one dig at a time. These guys look and go out to some historical sites and check out whether it be a battlefield, a historical home, a historical business, and kind of see what is right beneath the surface. This is one of those video series you can get stuck into a black hole because they absolutely, you start watching one video for a minute, next thing you know, 3 hours later, you're on video 10. Check them out over at Potter County Diggers on YouTube, and they do some really cool stuff. So we've got the field right here for heat number 1, presented by Potter County Diggers. Now, what these guys are going to do, they're going to do very, very, very fast. This will be over before you know it. These guys are going to go, let's take a quick look. No cautions in the heats. That's a big thing here. No cautions. And they will basically, sorry about that. They will go out there and they'll do 8 quick laps, 12 minutes max, no cautions. Everybody will advance. So this will be setting up the grid for the feature race tonight. as they roll off the field. Let's take a look at your starting grid here. Andrew taking the pole, Nolan Potter on his outside, James Catrone, Harold Watkins making up row 2, Brian Fine, Bob Fitzpatrick Sr., row 3, Chad B. Singer, Chad Bauer, row 4, row 5, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., Kevin Dowd, and Rusty Modesty clean up the back of the field. You will shortly see that iRacing.com pace car take a hard left-hand turn, go down to pit road, and we will be underway tonight. This is going to get exciting, folks. Let's real quick go take a look. 0.52 miles, half-mile track right here in Myrtle Beach, USA. Little cool night, good grip for these cars, as much as they can get. So we will see how this thing plays out. All right, iRacing.com pace car takes hard left-hand turn. Andrew, your control car, brings the field to the flag. Barney waves that flag. 8 laps from now, we'll find out how this field will start the feature race tonight for 40 laps. Good launch by him, but Nolan Potter doing the switch over, trying to get to the bottom of the track, get that nose underneath the 71 of Andrew. And, whoa, pops a wheelie. They make contact tire to tire. Lifts the front off that. Nolan has to throttle it just a little bit. Doing a hell of a job keeping that car contained, though. Holy smokes, that could have been disastrous because those guys are the front. If anything were to happen up there, it could have collected a lot of the drivers tonight. We don't have very many drivers, 11 drivers taking the field, so I think this will be our own heat race of the night. Boy, these guys are really putting it on. If you look at the way they're driving, James Catrone doing a great job, made his way up to 3rd. Our biggest mover so far, halfway through heat number 1, presented by Potter County Diggers, is Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. moving 3 spots up from where he started, currently sitting in the 6th position. Back up front, though, Nola is not relinquishing the pressure. Off Andrew. 71 of Andrew. Bogus. Gonna have to ask him. I wish he was around to interview him for the Mata Family U.S. Military Quick Qualifier Award, but he wasn't. But no, now Nolan Potter finally gets that car positioned correctly. Now Andrew's going to try the crossover. Will he get there? He will get the front end under, but I think he drove it too hard, made a little contact with the inside wall. Had to check up, and then here we are right now taking the white flag. Oh, and we got contact with James Catrone back here. Oh, the next flag comes out winner. Remember, no cautions under the heats. James Catrone goes from 3rd, and Nolan Potter will win the heat number 1 presented by Potter County Diggers. So he will start on the pole for tonight's 40-lap feature. Great job by Nolan Potter. Interesting to see how this thing plays out now, because now these boys got to grit up. There is no second heat, so there is no time to get ready. No time to prepare. They got to go straight into the feature. They will get a 5-minute practice session. As you see right here, these guys are all coming out on off pit road. They got a 5-minute practice session. Warm up, if you will, before the feature. So while these guys get cracking and get going here, we are going to take a quick break. But don't worry, you won't miss anything. We'll be right back. We are going to leave it right here, so you're not going to miss any business. These guys are, whoa, they're advancing the session, it looks like. Yes, they are. So we will not be taking a break. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we can't get a word with our Pole Award tonight, brought to you by ERN. Let's see if Mr. Potter is available. Dun, 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 dun. Nolan, Ryan in the ERN booth. You got a copy, brother?
Hey, Ryan. Yeah, I got a copy.
What's going on? The ERN Pole Award winner once again. You guys didn't have a whole lot of time in between because there was only one heat tonight. So talk to us. Tell us, how's the car feeling? You were in second place for a majority of that heat, but at the right time, you made your pass. You set him up, and were you going to be able to do that for 40 laps here tonight, though?
Hopefully. It's tough to pass. I mean, it took me for a while to set up that pass. Andrew's really fast tonight, so you gotta be patient to set up the pass and get a good run, and then get on the inside of someone. So it'll be an interesting race. Hopefully, I can hold on, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, we look forward to seeing you guys play this thing out. Get out there, be careful, watch that throttle control. We know these cars got a lot of horsepower and very little weight to throw it down. So be careful, have fun. I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
All right, brother. Have a great night. Nolan Potter, your winner right there. Let's see. Nolan Potter will be the control car tonight. You see the iRacing.com pace car right there with the lights off. That means we are 1 to go. Next time by, these guys will be taking the green. It's quickly a throw up how you're starting grid. Nolan Potter and Andrew basically flip-flopped. Brian Fine, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., B. Singer, Harold Watkins, Charlie Bauer, Bob Fitzpatrick Sr., Kevin Dowd, James Catrone after that really tough break on the last lap, and Rusty Modesty clean up the back of the field. But right now, it's all about Nolan Potter being the control car. Soon as Barney waves that flag, Nolan is gone, and we are underway here at Myrtle Beach Speedway for the full Frontal Sprint Car Series. 11 drivers taking the field for a 40-lap feature tonight. It could get interesting. Will we have green flag action from flag to flag? I don't know. Whoa, Nolan having the same problem Andrew did in the heat race. Getting a little too low, having to back off the throttle. That allows Andrew to get out there and get a substantial lead. And now Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. makes his way around and almost making the pass on Nolan Potter, but Nolan is creating a drag race right now. Both two rows, 2x2, right there. 34 Nolan Potter, 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. We've got Brian Fine in the 57 and Harold Watkins, 2x2. Oh, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. makes a quick dive to the bottom of the track. Loses a little bit of ground on Nolan, but is all over the bumper of the 57 of Brian Fine. While this is going on, your leader, Andrew, right there in the 71, has pretty much checked out on the field. Only 0.8 of a second, but that is a huge gap at a small track like Myrtle Beach Speedway here that is 0.52 miles. See, pretty much most of the field single file. This is about your closest action on the track as far as a battle, which is James Catrone, who had done a great job in the heat race, had battled his way up to third, and on the white flag on the last lap, gets in a bit of a dust-up and finishes last, so has to start pretty much last in the feature, but he's already fought his way back up to 6th and battling Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. right now for, let's see, what position is that? That is going to be for 5th position. You see this? Oh, man. Oh, and looks like, is that Charlie back there? Looks like he did. He got crazy loose, collected the car well, though, and kept it going. That's impressive driving by a lot of these guys right now. Up front, Andrew's still in the lead, but Nolan Potter and Brian Fine are starting to hunt him down. Nolan Potter now only a quarter of a second, 0.25 back from the leader, and Brian Fine just another 0.4 seconds behind him. Go out a little bit wider to show you a little bit more of the field as they go. Lap 11 of 40. This thing will be over before you know it. This is a small track, a lot of high speeds, and Nolan Potter, it looks like it's a replay of the heat race all over again. He is starting to set up Andrew, trying to set up a perfect time to make the pass. See, he's running that little bit lower line. He gets the car loose, hits those turtles that are off the pit exit lane. That allows Brian Fine to get to the inside. Will he complete the pass? That's the question. They got a drag race down the front stretch, and they are still side by side. This is getting intense. Oh, neither one of them willing to let up. Wow. And that is still, I'd be shocked because I would think that Andrew in the 71, the leader of the race tonight, would be able to check out as these guys run side by side, but he is not getting too much of a gap between them. 14 laps in of 40 here at the feature race tonight for the full frontal sprint car series. They go single file at this point. Nolan Potter, Brian Fine. You know, if they're going to have any chance to get to the leader, they've got to stop racing each other, get back up there, and then move it out. Right now, 11 drivers. Potter doing a great job. We are 25 laps to go, almost 5 laps from halfway. Well, let's go through the field real quick, starting with your leader right there, looking at that beautiful flat car. Looks like a outlaw flat cart, either a modified or a junior classified, I guess, from Shelby Township, Michigan. Know those cars really well. Race with them every single weekend, my son. Noah Potter, your heat winner tonight, and your ERN Pole Award winner. In second place from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Right behind him, Brian Fine, newcomer to the full frontal sprint car series from Owasso, Oklahoma. Owasso's finest. Getting around Nolan Potter, making it look easy. Right behind these guys, running in fourth, Harold Watkins, Kalamazoo, Michigan. And that new paint for him tonight. Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., steady in the fifth position for Portage, Indiana. Doing a great job in the 3 car. James Catrone up 4 positions, the hard charger of the race so far, in the 6th position right now, after having to start in the back of the field. Right behind him is Chad Biesinger from Cloud, Michigan, in the 23. That white car with the white wheels, right behind the all-black car, James Catrone. Doing a good job, just Mr. Consistent, staying out of trouble. He knows if he wants to have a chance at the end, he's got to be there to do it. Next position back in 8th is Kevin Dowd. Countersport PA right here. Good looking paint on that car as well. Oh no, we'll go back. That is Kevin Dowd, ends up on his lid right there as we're going through the field, and we are under caution here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. You saw it happen live right here on ERN. Well, let's go take another look and see exactly what happened right there. I think he just got a little bit of lost control. Easy to do in these cars. He's coming through the corner. And yeah, just a little too much throttle, trying to carry it there, and the rear of the car comes around. He tries to collect it, makes contact with the inside wall, and sends the car flipping. He is on pit road right now, so let's see if he can get that car repaired and get back out on the track to finish the race tonight. Let's take a quick look at his set points and see where we are. Right now, Ryan Bean, our points leader, is not here. So this is a big advantage for a lot of these guys to make up some ground on your points leader. The first driver that is here is second, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. He is 26 points back from Ryan Bean. They both have one win on the season, but this is going to be a huge gap that Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. will get to fill up. Jerry Culver is also another driver not here tonight. Him and Chad Biesinger are tied for third with 188 points. So, about to go back, green flag racing. Andrew in that blue 71. That is our control car. As soon as that pit road pace car dips down, he can go whenever he wants, and he gets a good launch. But Brian Fine is there. A drag race down the front stretch. Tuck in line. Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. is there. He is trying to capitalize on it and get a position. Best time to do it's on these restarts when the field is all tight together. You see these guys, they run four different lines, really. Different entry, different exit points. Really interesting to see how they're running very close on lap times. In fact, let's throw that up at last time by. Let's look at what the lap times were. Your leader ran a 17:37. Brian Fine in second ran a 17:47. Your fastest car on the track, Nolan Potter, in fifth position with a 17:32. That is absolutely flying around the track. Right now, 12 laps to go in the feature race tonight from Myrtle Beach Speedway. Andrew, Brian Fine, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., and Harold Watkins all want this win. These guys, all top four right there, got a little bit of a gap from the rest of the field. Harold Watkins, first one to try to dive underneath Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. Brian Fine is literally pushing that car to the edge of limits. He's hitting those turtles with the left front tire, which, as you can tell, it disrupts the balance of that car very easy. You see right there those turtles on that divide pit road exit and the track. You want to try to get down there as much as you can without hitting them. But when you do hit them, you'll see the car pop up, and we're under caution once again. And it looks like our third place driver, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., has trouble. Let's go take a look. See exactly what happened. Running third, right behind Brian Fine, gets a great run on the outside. Just makes too close. When these cars come off the track or off the corner, they want to push up. This is on board right here, running third. He just makes the slightest little contact with the outside wall, but it's just enough to disrupt this car and send him spinning. Does a great job of throwing it down a gear and get going. Nonetheless, caution is coming out, which means this is where it gets interesting, folks. Ooh. Still anybody's race. Andrew in first, Brian Fine second, Harold third, Nolan Potter fourth, Chad Biesinger fifth. That is your top five. Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. is on pit road. Looks like he's trying to get some damage repaired. Keep in mind, you'll see that ticker at the bottom of your screen. That is the ERM pit stop ticker. Anytime a driver is on pit road, you'll see their number and the first few letters of their name pop up. He's taking 4 fresh feel goods, 4 good tires. Going to come back out here and try to come through the field. Your leaders, though, right up front, getting ready. So we've got 8 drivers on the lead lap right now. Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. in the pits getting services. Kevin Dowd has taken that car to the hauler. And Rusty Modesty looks like he has done the same. See if the lights will go out this time by, and they will not. So we'll go one more time. Around the track. Ooh, this is going to get interesting. It's going to be very close to a green-white checkered. We'll have to see if they have more than that, but I'm pretty sure based on how many laps they had left, it's going to be a 3 to 5 lap shootout. 6 laps to go. So, yeah, as they come this time by, they'll get the one to go. So they'll be starting with 4 laps left in the race, 4 green flag laps. That is. So who will take the victory tonight? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. We're going to know pretty soon these guys running these super quick, under 20-second laps. It will take 0 time to go 4 laps. Brian Fine, Andrew Bogos. God, I gotta know how to say his name. I know I'm slaughtering it. 71 and 57 up front. iRacing.com pit car takes a hard left-hand turn. They are ready to go. 71 is a control car. He can go at any point this time. Stacks filled up, gets a great launch. Brian Fine is there. Drag race. Nolan Potter said, hey, boys, don't forget about me. Remember, I started this baby on the front row in the pole position. Brian Fine, Nolan Potter, and Andrew all right there. Wow, look at the launch Brian Fine got. Gets so much momentum on the outside. Right there coming down the straightaways, but is it going to be enough to get around Andrew? Andrew is doing his job by protecting that bottom line. Brian's trying to cross over now. And this is where it can get tight for a lot of these drivers. You got 5 drivers battling for the lead right now. Andrew, Brian Fine, Nolan, Harold, James. That's your top 5. Coming through the field, Popsicle 6 are in the air. That means we are only 2 laps to go here in the feature race at Myrtle Beach Speedway. This time by the white flag is out. Holy smokes, here's where it gets good. Andrew, no pressure right behind him. You see Brian Fine's there, but there's a pretty good gap. The number 71, will he get his first win this season? He will at Myrtle Beach. Nolan Potter tries to pop a wheelie on the back of Brian Fine. Brian Fine will keep that second position. Nolan Potter brings home 3rd place. Harold Watkins wadding it up down the backstretch. What a finish for these guys. An incredible finish. Andrew getting his first win tonight, so we'll get a chance, hopefully, to talk to him and see what he thinks about this league, it being his first race here tonight and getting his first win. So, in the league in general. So, great job by all of these guys. Brian Fine, too, it's his first race. So, we will be right back, folks, as we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have all of these guys in the ERN interview booth, and we'll have a little chat with them. Don't worry, folks. You ain't going to miss nothing. We'll be right back.
Casey's calling me over. Says you.
The story's on it. Who's that?
I have done. I got it. I got it. Oh my God. I'm back. Look at this bad boy. Casey's calling me over. Says you.
The story's on it. Who's that?
I have done. I got it. I got it. Oh my God. I'm back. Look at this bad boy.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Myrtle Beach Speedway right here with Full Frontal Sprint Car Series. You just watched an incredible heat race and a more incredible feature race. 40 laps here at this infamous track. Now it is time to go talk to some of our drivers. So let's do that. Before we show you how everybody finished up, you just heard words from our sponsor, Potter County Diggers. These guys are the presenting sponsor of heat number 1. So it was great to have a message from them. But right now it's time to go talk to some of our drivers and how they finished. Let's see if we can't get Mr. Potter in here for a quick word. All right. Nolan, this is Ryan up in the ERM booth again. How we doing tonight?
How you doing?
We doing well. You did everything but throw the kitchen sink at it, brother. What did you need there at the end? It looked like right before we got those last cautions that you were setting Andrew up for a hell of a pass once again, and man, just could not put it together. Even tried to do a wheelie off the back of Brian Fine's car there coming to the line. Walk us through that.
So I went and got tires. Figured I'd give it a shot. I fell back to third. I think my line was a little bit using up my tires more than those guys up front. I was kind of trying to run the old late model line there
Yeah.
and let it dive it in short, wash it up. But I think it was probably using up the tire, so I was getting tight coming out. So I decided to go in and get some fresh tires, and I made my way back up to the front. But it's so hard to pass. Getting a little nervous, not collecting wheel to wheel in these sprint cars. Both of us are probably going flying, so I just had to be careful there. So
Well, it looked interesting. I mean, it was 40 laps. It was some really hard racing. You won the Potter County Diggers heat number one. And with only one heat tonight, that also put you in the ERN pole award. So you started on the pole. We saw basically two mirror image races from the heat to the feature. You get, again, another podium finish. So great job. Good points night for you. You're currently sitting in, let's see, 10th coming into tonight. So with Harold Rothery, Michael and Jerry and Ryan Bean, half of the top five not here tonight, this is going to be a big jump for you in the points.
yep, I would say I'd be running for points this year, but I know I'm going to miss a few of the races at the end. So I kind of got to gain a lot of points if I need to get ahead of the game, but we'll see how that goes. So.
Well, brother, congratulations again on another podium finish. Every time you are in these cars on the track, you're performing well. So before we let you go, though, got to give you an opportunity to give me any sponsor shout-outs, any plugs. The mic is yours.
Yeah, I give a shout out to all of Stealth Motorsports. We're preparing for next week. RSR League, Evolution Racing League, sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
Sweet.
Hi.
Huh? We'll
All
take
right.
it. Appreciate
talk
it, brother.
later.
Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep, thank you.
All right, brother. Well, that is Nolan Potter, your third place finisher tonight. And now it's time to talk to the guy that is very familiar with most of the drivers here in this field because he runs with them in other leagues. But he comes over here tonight. He runs in these super high horsepower, low weight ratio cars on this little half-mile track, and damn near comes out with the victory. Mr. Brian Fine from Owasso, Oklahoma. How we doing tonight, brother?
Good, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I thought you were going to pull it off there at the end. What did you need to get around Andrew?
Just a mistake. Hit the turtles a little bit more coming through 1 and 2. I mean, Andrew just had a solid line. It was real tough getting past Nolan tonight.
Yeah.
He bobbled, made a mistake, went to the back, got tires. He was coming up through the field, so I mean, just needed another mistake to just keep pulling out front and just a little bit more car control. I was starting to lose the back end a little bit at the end of it, but hey, we fought hard for a second place run tonight.
Yeah, you did. And you looked good doing it there at the end. Nolan looked like he was going to get to you. The problem with these open wheel cars, you make tire to tire contact. The car behind you is always going to do the wheelie. And that's exactly what Nolan did, coming to the line there, trying to get to you to get around you. But a great solid finish tonight for the 57 ride. And good points night. What do you think about these cars? We're so used to racing, the stock cars and trucks and all these other series that we run in. But, these open wheel sprint cars on asphalt is certainly different. What's your thoughts on them?
Well, these cars here, they hit home to me. Ryan, I'm big into open wheel sprint car racing. If it's either dirt midgets, asphalt midgets,
Oh
sprint
yeah.
cars, wing sprints, these cars are like trying to tiptoe through somewhere. You gotta be easy. It's like slow dancing. You
Yep.
gotta let the horse take the wheel. Throttle control is big key with these things. That's why I enjoy running these cars, because it helps me in a sense with the other cars like our stock cars,
Sure.
trucks. It just helps us out. So I mean, you just got to be very gentle with these cars, and there's a lot of risk for these cars, but there's a big prize at the end if you're willing to be easy with it.
Sure. Well, brother, that I couldn't have said it any better as far as how it is to drive. We talked about it in pre-race about throttle control. Almost slower is faster in these things because of that high horsepower, low weight ratio. So, great, great explanation. It kind of helps the viewers understand how difficult they are to drive, but yet how rewarding they are if you can figure it out. So, great podium finish again tonight here at the Full Frontal Sprint Car Series. So I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk to you. But before we let you go and go celebrate with your team, we got to make sure you give you an opportunity, give any shout outs, sponsor plugs. The mic is yours.
Yeah, shout out to you, everybody in this league. You guys do fantastic at what you guys do. I enjoy running with everybody here. Shout out to my girlfriend Rachel tonight. Big supporter of mine. Lets me do this and stay out of trouble. And we just having some fun right now.
Awesome, brother. Well, have a great night. Try not to celebrate too hard, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
10-4, brother.
All right, brother. Owasso's finest, Brian Fine, right there, telling you exactly all the secrets on how to drive these cars. But one guy that we need to talk to is the guy. Probably the first thing we need to do, with this guy is figure out how to say his last name. But he needs no introduction after his performance tonight. Andrew literally came into the field and showed everybody up. You didn't get the win at the heat, but man, you showed the reason why you deserve to be on that front row. So welcome everybody, our feature winner tonight from Myrtle Beach Speedway and the Full Frontal Sprint Car Series. Andrew, how we doing tonight, brother?
Oh man, I was kind of struggling in practice, and every time I went out there, I was just did whatever I could. I knew how to be smooth and tried to figure out the line, which just basically running it like a dirt track, trying to figure out which line was the best, and I kind of got a little blindsided on who was the best in practice and who was the worst, but in the end, I guess it all didn't matter. It's all who finished first at the front and
That's right.
whoever crossed the line first. But
Well,
man,
you made it look easy, and all the other drivers that we talked to tonight, it was all about car control, throttle control. Because these
yeah,
cars have so much power.
yeah, as I noticed every time I got off the corner, it was like if you went low enough, it would want to kick loose. And then if you went high enough and got it stable, it would want to go up towards the wall. So you just had to, if you wanted to get a run off, like a big jump off the corner, you just had to have a lot of control on your wheel and a lot of throttle, just gas it to the point and just gas it down the straightaway. But man, with these cars, there's a lot you got to learn with these cars. It's all about being smooth with the fixed setups. I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it earlier. It's almost slower is faster in these cars. Just getting into that rhythm, being able to baby that throttle, know where the line is to not go over it. Because we saw a couple of drivers tonight push it just a hair past that line, and next thing you know, the rear of the car is coming around. So great car control all night long. Great defensive strategy as well, blocking that low line. There was a couple of times it looked like Brian Fine and Nolan may get around you, but you did the right thing. You blocked that preferred line, made them do it the hard way, which they could not do it. They could get halfway up to you, but they could not complete the pass, which allows you to come home victorious tonight, get your first win of the season. You
Man.
came in tonight 6th in points, so this is going to jump you up quite a bit.
Yeah, this really paid off. I wasn't able to finish the last two races from a wreck. The first ever race, we got caught up in a wreck, and ended up finishing 20th, but I want to thank all my sponsors: Fast Company Motorsports, All Star Performance, Jax Wax, Car Wax of America, Eddie Sachs Racing, Driver Developmental Deal. All great guys, and especially good racing to all the drivers out there. This is probably one of the best nights I ever had.
Well, you made it look easy. Let's just say that. But before we let you go, I usually give everybody an opportunity to give their sponsor plugs. You just did that. I've got to know how to properly pronounce your last name.
Everybody pronounced it as bogus. It's a Polish last name, so it's supposed to be pronounced Bogusz, but everybody calls it bogus, and it just stuck ever since. So
Gotcha.
that's how you
Okay.
pronounce my
I
last
was
name.
saying that a couple times. I was like, nah, because my
Yeah, it's all
ex-stepdad
good.
is Slavic, so I'm very familiar with those names and how they can be, pronounced a million different ways. So, well, congratulations on your big win tonight. This will probably put you up, I would say, close to third in points if I quick calculation. So, great points tonight as well. Next week, we head off. We leave here from Myrtle Beach. We're off next week for Thanksgiving break, and then we come back to Dover. So, what's your thoughts on that track? A little bit bigger track, so the gearing's going to be a little bit different. A lot of banking versus these little short half-mile tracks we're doing. So, what's your thoughts?
Well, Dover is a lot more smoother of a track, and hopefully it's definitely not like Myrtle Beach, I'll tell you what, because those turns are definitely different. But once you get off the corner, there's always that hump going in, going off, but definitely this is gonna be a very smooth track. I've never raced on it before though, but I'm gonna be practicing for the next week of Thanksgiving break, and hopefully we can get some experience there and try to pull
Do a
off a
repeat.
second win in a row.
There you
Yep,
go. Well,
pull off a
brother,
repeat.
have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy some family time. We look forward to talking to you again. I'm sure we will. And we look forward to seeing you guys in Dover.
Yep, definitely. Thank you guys, and have a good rest of your night.
All right. You too, brother. Have a great week.
Yep, see ya.
All right. You heard it right there from your feature winner tonight, Andrew Bogus, in the 71, coming home victorious and making it look easy, folks. Well, right now, you know what time it is. It is time. Let's take a look at how everybody finished up. Had some surprise finishes here. I'm curious. I really am. Try this again. Okay, you don't do this to me now, do you? Almost always. Oh, can't do that. I got another way to do it. Right there, your leader and feature winner tonight from Myrtle Beach, Andrew Bogus in the 71. Brian Fine, Owasso's finest in the 57, coming home second. Our final podium finisher, Nolan Potter in the 34, after winning and starting on or in the pole position. Harold Watkins in the 22, finishing fourth. James Catrone in the 38 after a tough start. Rebounded really well for a solid fifth place finish tonight. Sixth, Chad Biesinger, Mr. Consistency, finishing sixth in the 23. Charlie Bauer in the 32, finishing seventh. Bob Fitzpatrick Sr. finishing eighth in the 48. Ninth will be Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. in the 3 car. Kevin Dowd having that mishap and lose control of the car, make contact with the inside wall, finishes 10th in the 98, and Rusty Modesty out early tonight in the 6 car. And that is how your field finish up tonight at Myrtle Beach Speedway. Well, folks, it has been a quick one and an exciting night. We had one heat, real quick, ran into the feature, but it was an absolute blast. Action from flag to flag, and that's what we like here at the Full Frontal Sprint Car Series. Look forward to seeing everybody here in 2 weeks. Next week, everybody will be off for Thanksgiving break, so be thankful for what you have. Hope everybody gets to spend time with family and give thanks for the life that they have, and I hope they really do get to enjoy it. And then we'll be back the following week, in 2 weeks from tonight, at Dover for 40 laps. And let's just say it's going to get interesting there, because same car but a completely different style of racing. So look forward to it. Hope you guys come back and watch it right here on YouTube. Make sure, if you like what you saw tonight, you want to support us or any of the drivers in the field, hit that button. Make sure you subscribe to us. Make sure you like, comment, share the stream. Let everybody know where we're at and how to reach us. Make sure to turn on your notifications as well, so that way anytime we go live, you'll be notified. We'll be back here on Tuesday night next week for the RSR Cup Series on Facebook for Evolution Racing Network. I want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight. Appreciate all the engagement, and look forward to talking to you guys next week. Have a great night, and we'll be talking to you soon.